sensitization, and he has what I call an organized mind with organized values. When he brings on board what he calls Free Nigeria movement, it makes me wonder. It will bring all about not only synergizing the youth, our predecessors, yes, and will lead us to a future that is full of prosperity for posterity. Evidently, he's very much aware of the challenges when it comes to leadership in the developed world, the pros and the cons, the good, the bad, and the ugly. His two books motivates me, and that gives me a lot of confidence. When he talks about pillars of hope in one of those books, he talked about Nigerian dream. He makes me have lots of confidence that they don't call him Mad Mo for nothing. He is very unrepentant and he is unapologetic. He's very dogmatic. Please, I'll hand this over to His Excellency, Ambassador Bob Perry, who served not only in Africa but also South America. Yes, as an ambassador extraordinaire, a statesman with dignity, and my mentor, and who is also willing to accommodate you if you're looking for a mentor.
Countries are paying for. It's American consumers who are paying for those tariffs. First with the companies that bring things in, and then they have to decide at the corporate level how much to absorb and how much to pass on to consumers, which is all of us. It's not something that other countries pay to the U.S. government to ship their goods here. It's we who consume who pay. So thank you very much, Cecilio, for noting that. And the need for other countries in the world, in the global south, to organize, to promote their products to each other. And that is already happening between Africa and Latin America. It is happening. I think some of the Asian companies, Japan, Korea, are also looking at those market opportunities there. So we are unfortunate to have the leadership we have now here in the U.S., but this too shall pass. And it's up to others to promote more balanced global economic development. So at this point, I think I'd like to pass it to Dr.
Yes, he's not a spring chicken. So over to you, Dr. Mo.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sergio, my respected elder, who has continued to inspire us, especially home and abroad, building bridges across the different divides, not just economically, but culturally and socially and politically. We are very grateful to have you share time and space. And thank you also, Ambassador Bob Perry, for the opportunity to be here tonight. Thank you, Queen Mother, Cecilio, and everyone here. Thank you, Rukaya. I see you, Alhaji Dendija. Thank you for the opportunity to be able to speak and to try to attend to some of the issues back home and how we can connect the dot, especially from where we are. It's uniquely, I don't think it's something that is public news. Nigeria sits the most populous Black race on the face of the earth. And Nigeria also, particularly where I am trying to run for office, is a epicenter of that nuance and that energy. And so it becomes something that, in a way, I have done quite some study, having a PhD in environmental resource planning, diving into anthropology and looking at ancestry and some of the nuances around geopolitics to understand where we're coming from as a people. It's not a subject for today, but just to tell you that a lot of studies have been done around Eastern and Northern Africa, but not much around the West Africa where I live and where the most population of people are in Africa. Today, over 80% of the Black diasporans in terms of ancestry come from this particular geographical area where Nigeria is situated. And not much has been done. I've been I've been through the economic turmoils and the political instability and the insecurity that continues to pervade our spaces. All our young people. I mean, I left. My first degree was in 1997, 98. I left school at the 2000, and in Canada, I have 50 of my mates. In America, when I come to New York, we have a portal that has about 20 people. You go to Atlanta. I'm talking about my classmates. We don't even have 10% of us left here. So the best of us who went to university are out across Asia, America, and the rest of the world. So who is left at home? We are left with people who are the people making policies for us are those who are excited to sit with white people, to be dominated. We have clowns and useless people, forgive my French, people who have no values at all. And so the issue for me is not just about economy, but political. And that's why I'm running for an office, because imagine that I'm running for an office in the municipality of Nigeria that is home to over 150 embassies, that is home to all the foreign expatriates, home to what we call the Aso Rock, which is like the White House, you know, is sitting to the what we call the national assemblies that make the laws and all. And I can tell you, I'm probably the first PhD, no, probably the first graduate contestant, to go into this office. The person there right now did not even finish high school. And that has been the trajectory in the last, nearly 30, 40 years. So this is the issue to deal with, because until we can have political leaders who understand, the issues, we can't even attend to policies of economy, much less talking about what we need to do. So I can read off my manifesto, I can talk about my vision, I can talk about, but all of that in terms of what we need to do economically will go nowhere if we do not have a base of leadership that understand what it means to even attend to these issues. And so tonight for me, I have traveled across the world. I came back from Indonesia just a few months ago, where I was able to touch base with the ministers and the past leaders and presidents. And I know what can be done economically. We don't need any model from anywhere in the world. I mean, we can turn the soya beans, we can turn the sugar cane, we can turn the mangoes, the fruit. These are things that are grown without nothing. You don't need to do anything. I mean, this is home to some of the most brilliant, young, energetic people. 100 million. Nigeria is home to 35 to 18 years old of 100 million people. But because we have no government and people and leaders that understands what to do with these young people, all of these people have been they've been weaponized into banditry, into kidnapping and terrorism, and because it's a cycle that feeds itself, that cycle continues. So for me, it's more about leadership, because the day we can get the leadership of Nigeria right, then we can get our economy right. We can get our policies right. We can get our cultural, the narrative that needs to be created. And also we can now begin to help the diaspora. But one thing I know, and why I'm thanking Sir Joe for giving me this opportunity to speak here today, is because like every nation, like China, like Japan, like even the Indonesia, all their leaders across board came to America to study. They studied, but they went back home with the knowledge and power and the connection that they had. And that's why we have the modern China that we have today, the modern Indonesia, all of these countries, even the Dubai that we have today, they all went to places like Great Britain and America to study, but they went back home with the knowledge and the innovation and the technology. And I'm talking to some of the best Black people on the face of the earth right now. And I know that with your help, we can get home right and we can fix the economy. I mean, we are home to trillions of dollars of innovation, just if we can get the political leadership right. Everything you touch in Nigeria is gold. This is, I don't even know how to put it. The country is just too rich in terms of her mineral deposit. The land is just too rich. We can practically feed the world, but here we are. So the discussion tonight is not even about trying to take the level higher, because we are at the lowest level of what life can give. And yet we're sitting on a gold mine. Listen, fathers, mothers, friends, and fellow nation builders. There's a place called Zamfara State in Nigeria. It has more gold than the Gold Coast in Ghana. Some of the most modern equipments that are produced today, Nigeria is home to minerals like, what's the name of these minerals that are using today to create modern batteries that can, all the things that NASA are requiring today, Nigeria is home to those minerals. And yet, here in Nigeria is home to the most poorest group on the face of the earth. Abuja is the capital of Nigeria. There are 32 IDP camps in Abuja. All I can say to us here tonight is to be the mayor of Abuja in the next 7 months with your cooperation can allow us upturn the nation. Abuja, the AMAC, which I'm running for, is the most cosmopolitan city. It is not just a local council. It is the epicenter of Nigeria, and vis-a-vis the center of the universe of the black people on the face of the earth.